In this video, I'll show you how to withdraw crypto from your Revolut account to any other blockchain address. So if you have a wallet that you own or you want to send over to a different exchange, you can do that via this method. So firstly, in your Revolut account, go down to crypto, and you should see some assets in your account that you want to send out. Now, if you're using Revolut X to trade, which most people probably are because the fees are cheaper, then you first have to send the crypto from Revolut X back into your main Revolut account. Revolut X is a different app, so you can download that and it's linked to your same account. It's just a crypto trading platform from Revolut and the fees are cheaper. So if you have Revolut X, what we have to do first is send the crypto back into Revolut. So I'll show you how to do that. Now I'm in my Revolut X account. You can see I've got a couple of assets here and you can't withdraw over a blockchain from this app. So if I press withdraw and then I'm gonna send out some Bitcoin, the only place to send it is back into your Revolut app. So you can send any amount, press review. This is an internal transfer between Revolut X and Revolut, so there's no fees, so you don't have to worry. Press confirm, that will send it back into your main Revolut account, and then from there you can withdraw it over a blockchain. Back in my main Revolut account, now that I have those balances, I can withdraw them over a blockchain. So firstly, I'll show you how to add a wallet address into your Revolut account, and we're gonna send to another crypto exchange. After that, I'll show you how to send out into your own wallet as well. So firstly, we need to choose the asset that we want to send out. I'm going to send out some USDC, so a US dollar stablecoin. Every exchange supports this asset and we can send the dollar amount over to the other exchange. So I'm going to press the send button in the middle here. It's going to tell me which assets that I own and have a balance of, so I'm going to send out this USDC. Now Revolut blocks me from recording this, but I've taken screenshots of the process. So from right here, you essentially just have to tell Revolut where you're sending it. So you can choose Revolut Friends. If you have contacts of people with Revolut, you can press that and you can send the crypto to them. That's like an internal transfer within Revolut. So you're not using a blockchain, but that only works if your friends have Revolut as well. What we're going to choose is wallet, and that is going to let us put in a blockchain address of any other crypto exchange or any other wallet that we own. So we can paste in the wallet address right here. I'll show you how this works if you are sending over to a different exchange. So as you can see, I'm in a different exchange right now, and from Revolut, I know that I'm sending USDC. So the other exchange has to support USDC as well, which it does. So I'm going to get my deposit address for USDC on this exchange. So down in the bottom left, I'm going to press add USDC. Now, because we're sending over a blockchain, that's known as a crypto deposit or an on-chain deposit. So you want to press this method to get your wallet address in the other exchange or the wallet. So we'll get that. And now it says, which network are you using? When sending crypto over a blockchain between exchanges or anything else, there's only two things that matter. Where you're sending from and where you're receiving to have to be using the same asset on the same blockchain. That's it. So you're sending the same asset, USDC, and you have to send and receive on the exact same blockchain on both sides. Now, Revolut support a couple of blockchains to send USDC, Ethereum, and some other major chains. So I know that in the Revolut side, they support sending USDC over Ethereum and Arbitrum and Polygon, those three. So back in the other exchange account, I have to choose my deposit address on either Ethereum, Polygon, or Arbitrum. You may use some other assets. For example, if you're sending Solana, then that's a Solana address, which is different. If you're sending a Bitcoin, that will be a Bitcoin address, which is different. I'm sending a stablecoin, and I know that Revolut support Ethereum, Polygon, and Arbitrum. So what I'm going to do is get my Arbitrum address right here. The reason being Arbitrum is a little bit cheaper than Ethereum, and I'm sending between exchanges, so I can just send it out over the cheapest chain. So I'm going to get my Arbitrum address. Now, to be honest, the fees from Revolut are pretty much the same. So you may want to choose Ethereum, which is really the major blockchain for this type of thing, but it's up to you. You just have to make sure that where you're sending from, you can receive to on the other end. I know that Revolut supports sending over Arbitrum, and I can receive on Arbitrum in the other exchange. This is my deposit address for USDC on Arbitrum. So I'm going to copy this and then go into my Revolut account, and I'm going to paste in my wallet address right here. So go ahead and do that. I did that, and then Revolut automatically told me which exchange I'm sending to. So it must have a database of the wallet addresses, which it does. So I pasted in my wallet address and the exchange it told me, and I just gave it a label. Press save, and that saves that wallet address in your book. In the future, you don't have to add the wallet address again. You just press the recipient and it will send it out. So I'm going to press this one here that it's saved, and that's going to take me through to the send page. From here it says you have a balance of USDC and you can send this out. Now notice that Revolut automatically tell me that I'm going to be sending over Ethereum. That's absolutely fine. If I send on Ethereum and receive on Ethereum in the other exchange, no problem. However, you can press this because there are multiple options here that I can use. So press this and see what options there are. You can see down here that there are 3 options. Revolut supports sending USDC over 3 different blockchains. And you can choose the blockchain with the lowest fees if you want when you're sending to a different exchange, or you can choose the major blockchain. It's up to you. In any case, same asset, same blockchain on both ends. I'm going to choose Arbitrum because the fees are slightly cheaper just to send out to the other exchange. So I'm going to click Arbitrum. From there it says, does the recipient address receive this asset on Arbitrum? Now, we know that it does. I'll just show you again. This is the deposit address for USDC on Arbitrum. So I know, same asset, same blockchain on both sides. I press yes. Then it says, sure, we're going to send over the Arbitrum blockchain. Choose the amount that you want to send out, whatever that may be. And then it's going to send it over that blockchain. Now you can review the transfer here. You can see that the recipient name and everything like that, the network that we're using, you confirm that on both ends, the amount that you get and the fees. Fees are pretty high, to be honest. This shouldn't cost, $3, $4, but whatever, right? That's how you do it. We are sending to this network and this asset, we're sending this amount, that's the fee. Press confirm transfer. That will use the blockchain that you've chosen to send out to the other exchange. Now I know that the other exchange accepts this asset on this blockchain. So after a while, that will come into the other exchange and you'll receive the deposit in the other exchange. If you're sending crypto out into a wallet that you own, you have to be very careful about which blockchain that you're using. When you're sending between crypto exchanges, it doesn't matter which blockchain that you use. You're going to send a balance from one to the other. In the other exchange, you can then use that balance. You can withdraw it over any other blockchain that you want. They're going to sort out the balances between blockchains, so it doesn't matter. If you're using a crypto wallet, that doesn't happen. The asset that you send, it's going to be on that blockchain in your wallet. For example, down at the bottom in my wallet here, you can see that USDT, another stablecoin, exists on many different chains. It exists on BNB chain and Ethereum and Arbitrum, and all of those are different balances. So if you're sending into a wallet that you own, just make sure you use the blockchain that you actually want to keep that asset on. Then that's going to be in your wallet, and you have to use that blockchain again. If you want to send it out of your wallet back into Revolut, you have to use that same blockchain because that's where the asset is. And that means that Revolut has to accept that blockchain. Now, if you're sending out from Revolut, that presumably means they'll accept a deposit back on that same blockchain, which is fine, but just be super sure of that before sending assets into your wallet. Make sure that Revolut also accept deposits back in via that method if you want to cash out again into your bank account. If you're sending a layer 1 coin out of your Revolut account, that means BTC on Bitcoin, ETH on Ethereum, Sol on Solana, the layer 1 coin of that chain, then they're only going to be able to send that over the actual blockchain. So you shouldn't have any issues there. For example, if you want to deposit some Bitcoin, just get your Bitcoin deposit address in your wallet or your exchange. That will be the Bitcoin blockchain. You don't have to worry about it either side. So if you can send out of Revolut, they will accept deposits in by the same address. So you shouldn't have any issues with layer 1 coins. If you're sending stables, just be super sure that you can send and receive on the same chain on both ends. I've got a full Revolut guide in the description. I've got some deposit and trading bonuses on the exchanges I use. If you want to use those, I'll link them all down in the description. I'm James, this is ManagerG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.